On occasion of the Festival d'Europa 2013, the European University Institute has opened up for a special day to the public Villa Salviati, home to the historical archives of the European Union in Florence. The archives are located in Villa Salviati near the European University Institute's main campus in Badia Fiesolana. On May 10th, during this year's edition of the Festival d'Europa, Villa Salviati and the archives were specially open to the public, attracting some 700 citizens, tourists, and students. The villa has a history stretching back to the Renaissance, when it was built by the Salviati family, an important noble family from Florence that was related to the Medici. The villa and its surrounding gardens were neglected over the years, and renovations are ongoing, with the twin goals of making the building functional and preserving its architectural value. Today it hosts the EU archival offices and the Robert Schuman Center for Advanced Studies, with spaces also available for international conferences. The archives themselves are located in a deposit under one of the villa's gardens. This special facility uses state-of-the-art climate control and computerized mobile shelving to preserve the documents. We spoke to Dita Schlenker, director of the European University Institute, about the archives and the importance of their presence in Florence.
The historical archives of the European Union, they are found in Florence in Italy, which is quite surprising if you think that normally European institutions are found in Brussels, Luxembourg, maybe Strasbourg. So you would wonder, why are they here? And in fact, it was a very wise decision taken in the early 80s that some members from the Commission and some members from the European University Institute here in Florence, which was already here since 1973, they thought that historical research on the European integration, on the history of the European Union, should take place in an academic center, related to an academic center. And they thought about the European University Institute in Florence. And in fact, it was a very wise choice to do this because, first, it connected these primary sources, this primary documentation on the history of the Union with the European Research Center, which is found here in Florence, the European University Institute, and it helped with the spirit of decentralizing the European idea and giving other countries, in this case particularly Italy, which was among the founding countries of the European communities at the time, this institution, this representation, and that's how we feel that we have this role in Florence, towards Florence and towards Italy, to be some kind of a spokesperson, institution for the spirit of Europe, for the vision of a united Europe. We're here at the new seat of the Historical Archives of the European Union, which is at Villa Salviati. Before, in the past years, the European Union's archives was at Villa Poggiolo, which is a villa, a nice villa, but it's not such a splendid place and not such an extraordinary place. So when we moved here, it was clear that this is a place that has to be shown to the citizens of Florence. It has to be open to the public in some way. So we chose the Festival of Europe this year, 2013, to make this example and to do a step forward, step towards the openness towards the Florence and its citizens. And we choose the Festival of Europe, the 9th and 10th May, which is the Day of Europe, the 9th May, to open our gates, open the doors to the public. We had a nice cooperation with an association here, Città Nascosta, who helped us organizing guided tours through the gardens. We had wonderful support from the Italian state, who prepared this the location in time with really intense work and also considerable financial help, so that today, for the first time since many years, decades, the Villa Salviati is open to the public, and which is very much appreciated by the Florentine people. As you can see, we have more than 400 people already that visited the garden in these last 3 hours, and we're sure that at the end of the day there will be more than 500 people that have come here, enjoy the day out in the green, and that also entered into the reading room of the Historical Archives, which today is open to the public, and we installed a little exhibition to show that in fact Florence is now the place where you can find the memory of the European Union. The place is huge. for an institution like the European University Institute, this is quite an endeavor, also for the Italian state, to renovate and make available to an institution like ours a place that comprises all these buildings, the central palace, and 14 hectares of gardens. So this takes a lot of time. And we started with the most necessary part, which is the Secretariat General and the Historical Archives of the European Union, which we put into this side of the building. And later on, we count another 3 or 4 years of renovation works for the main building until we can move in. And certainly, once the building has been renovated, that will give the occasion the opportunity for another open day, I'm sure. For the time being, it's foreseen that, as for the original project, the Presidency and the Secretariat General and the Historical Archives would move over here, so that there are more or less 2 poles. One is on the Badia side, on the Fiesole side, we have the academic world, we have the students, and on this side we have the representation, the historical archives, and the presidency of the institute. But these things can change, so it will depend on the availability of space, on the time we need for the renovation. So it's all quite flexible, and we'll find out in the coming years.
The European Union launched the archive project in the 1980s to promote a more united Europe. The project has the mandate of collecting, preserving, protecting, and making accessible documents from the EU's history. The archives are extensive, holding almost 250,000 documents from more than 150 collections, as well as private documents of some of Europe's founding fathers, including those of former Italian Prime Minister Alcide de Gasperi. In addition to such kinds of private documents, files from every major EU institution, pro-European group, and European organization, like the European Space Agency, are also conserved there. They serve as an invaluable source for scholars and researchers on the origins of European integration. Indeed, scholars and researchers can consult the archival collection at Villa Salviati, but they must first register at the front desk. There is also a reference library which includes reviews and monographs dealing with the history of European integration, and all books in the library are accessible to researchers in the reading room. It is a great honor that the city of Florence was chosen as the home to host such an important part of the history of the European Union. For more information, see the website of the European University Institute at www.eui.eu.